Hello, this is Dennis Black, and this is the first in a series of skill development sessions for quality professional real estate agents in the month of October. When you interact with either an individual or a couple, you're going to encounter during your exchange of either trying to get a listing or representing them on the buy side what is known as a non-buying attitude. There are three prevalent non-buying attitudes, and we will address each one of them over the next 3 weeks. The first of the non-buying attitudes is the most frequently encountered and, in my professional opinion, the most difficult to overcome. It is called indifference, and we're going to address that during this session. The second one for the following week is known as skepticism, when someone may have some doubt or disbelief or question if they've never worked with you and or your company on the strength of your company and the validation that you can do a quality job based on some historical proof. And the third is a valid objection, which could be a lack of inventory they're looking for, or more importantly, a price-based related issue. With the NAR ruling that came into effect over a month ago, this becomes more of a factor than ever before in the past as a real estate agent, and we'll address that in our third session of October. So let's start off with the first of the non-buying attitudes, indifference. So what is, for our purposes as a sales professional, the definition of indifference? This will help you understand how to face it. Indifference is the perceived level of satisfaction a buyer or seller has with their current realtor selection process, and they really see no need to change. When you break down that definition, the first word is the most critical, perceived. So what do we want to do is we want to make sure that we alter the perception so it does not become their reality on how they select their real estate agent. How do we do that? Well, the first thing to understand, in addition to the definition, is a component that we all know is not accurate, but is out there with all buyers and sellers. They see all realtors as being the same. Sadly, at times, we're viewed as a commodity, meaning you're going to provide a service, someone else is going to provide a service, another offer can provide a service. Why should I work with you? And then they may look at it, and the secondary item could be a fee-based issue, which we talked about previously with the NAR ruling. But let's work on the core reason that they think all realtors are the same. You know that's not the truth, but you have to be able to communicate that not in a statement, but to create the need for your uniqueness with a quality question and get that buyer or seller to say yes to the question. So how do we achieve that? The first thing I encourage all of you to do is to sit down and create a list of a minimum of top 3 reasons why a buyer or seller should work with you as a professional real estate agent, up to a max of 5 core reasons why they should work with you as an agent. These items that you list, as we've described in previous sessions, are characterized as features, meaning they define what you can provide. Customers, buyers or sellers, buy the benefit of working with you. So how do I turn a feature into a benefit? As established previously, the bridge word that does that is the word need. So if you have features, you have to make sure the customer has a need for those. Then they become a benefit in their mind. With indifference, we have to create the need for the uniqueness we believe we can offer. So let's say, for example, you listed on your top 3 to 5 reasons, you have 15 years of real estate experience, and you believe that matters, and it truly does. So how do I create the need for my experience when they're going through the selection process of which agent to work with? Here's an example of a question that you could ask, which drives someone to a yes response. And this is the example you need to think about for all of the reasons you list. Mr. Buyer or Ms. Seller, I imagine when you select your real estate agent for this transaction, working with someone who has years of experience knows our community, knows the inventory, and has a true awareness of what's going to be required to negotiate a good contract offer between either the buyer or the seller will be an important factor before you choose your agent. Wouldn't you agree? Now, you drive them with that question and the way you frame it at the end to where they have to come up with a yes or no response. If they say yes, yeah, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, I would. Great. I've been doing this now for 15 years. I know this community inside out, and I've negotiated major contracts with buyers and sellers over the past 15 years, and I will be an asset for you to choose as your realtor of choice. Then you fill in what is called the benefit. So the reason this works is because in their mind, they don't know if you're different than somebody else. You have to create the need with your strengths that you provide as a real estate agent. I encourage all of you to make sure that you log in to our YouTube channel, subscribe to the channel, and we're going to offer some additional value add training to up to 50 individuals by the end of 2024, heading into 2025 with your subscription to our channel. Our skill set development will give you an opportunity to get off to a great start in 2025, and we appreciate the opportunity to work with you. This is Dennis Black. Good luck and good selling.